Because I have hair, makeup, a turban, the smoke, which is a special fabric. It's all pleated to get done by 11 o'clock tomorrow morning when they come to pick up one of them.
Oh my God.
It's insanely crazy. When we build puppets, we generally start with a drawing. There's the fat genie of the ring. See? And then it goes from there. And that's his head being built. It's out of a special sewable foam. It's really cool. He's really beautiful. I should go get his head and bring his head in. That's almost what he looks like finished.
Wow.
He's a little prettier than that though. And his hair and his beard and his ponytail are all purple. Really dark purple and black. That shows you how big they are. Wow. It's John laying down beside one of them. That's the blue genie of the ring. Or of the lamp. So Oregon Children's Theater is going to be doing Aladdin, The Adventures of the Monkey King, and The Adventures of the Sea Dragon. So it's going to be quite something. We'll tour up and down the West Coast. So wish us luck. These puppets have to be hoisted 15 feet in the air above the kids. So they have to weigh less than 10 pounds, and they are life-size. It's been really hard to just do the weight balance. You even think all the jewelry has to be very lightweight because everything adds weight to it. The wigs, everything, the fabrics. Hi folks, we want the kids up front if we can. And actually we can take you two right here.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, and then we'll put him in the chair.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're going to put you right here. Straight through and up the stairs. Is there anyone in the bathroom, Brad?
No.
Okay.
One question.
Yeah.
Do you hang when you do the life-size puppets, do you have to put them on the ceiling?
Okay. The way they work is there's a hole in the back, and your hand goes inside, and then there's two giant rods to work the arms. But when they go up in the air, there is a pipe. There's a pipe glued into the back of the head, and they have to shove a pipe all the way up the back, all the way there, and then put the genie's hands like this, and then hoist it way in the air. So it's going to be real tricky.
I hope they've been working out.
Yep, that's worked so far, so good.
No, I mean working out.
Oh,
Be
yes.
able to lift the,
Yes.
Even if it's only 10 pounds, that sounds like.
Some of these puppets weigh 18 to 30 pounds. And people are just not aware when they get this large with the costumes, the wigs, even if we make them out of the most lightweight materials. Hi, folks. So we want the kids in the front. We might have one more place on the bench for you up here if you scoot over a little bit there. Can you just move over and let him sit, or sit between you, one of the two?
Yeah, this one, okay, you can sit next to me.
There you go. You're great. Yeah.
Well, I've been doing puppet shows at my house too.
That is awesome. Are you having fun?
Yeah, well, I don't have that many puppets, but I just have one.
Uh-huh.
But I use my stuffies as puppets.
That works perfectly well too, doesn't it? That way you can tell lots and lots of stories.
My mom and dad made puppets for me, so I can do a puppet show.
Cool. That is wonderful. It's nice to hear that it's not a dying art. It isn't. It is worldwide phenomenon. It has been for 4,000 years. The ancient Egyptians designed the marionettes, and originally they were life-size, that's string puppets. The reason why we call them marionettes is the Crusaders came, just one moment, from France down to take pilgrims to the Holy Land in Israel, and then they ended up in Egypt and saw the Coptic church doing Bible stories of Jesus and all of Mary and Joseph and all those from the Christian Bible, and they called them marionette or dolls of Mary. The West refers to them as marionette, but the East refers to those as string puppets. So that's where that started. Yes?
Are the puppets, are the ones where you have to put your hands in them, are they hot when you
Yes. Yeah, you're absolutely 100% correct. People have no idea how hot your hand gets inside, right?
Yeah, mine gets hot when I have them in my puppets, but not as Probably not as hot.
I have a big giant wolf that I puppeteer, and he gets really hot on my hands. Really, really hot.
Nope, there's
So
fog.
we're going to be using rod puppets, which are the third oldest. The second oldest is the shadow puppets. And so those are generally leather that is tanned and rolled flat and cut out. And it can be deer hide, camel hide, pig hide, or water buffalo. In China, they peel it like an onion 7 times to create a paper-thin shadow puppet that will show color on the screen. They use tattoo ink, which is very translucent. In Indonesia, they use tempera paint, so you only get the black shadows that you're seeing right there. Very little color shows through. In Cambodia, they only use tree bark and soot, so they're all browns and golden colors. And so shadow puppetry is the second oldest. It comes from China and India. So there is, when you guys can look around the back, there is Hanuman, the monkey king. He's about that big. He's over 200 years old from India. What? Did you see a puppy?
Yeah.
Rod puppets are the third oldest. They started in Indonesia, but they were inspired by the Chinese shadow puppets and the Indonesian shadow puppets. And so we're going to be using rod puppets today, 84 of them in this. It takes about, you're kidding, about 12 hours for one of my new puppeteers to learn how to do the show. There are 3 of us, and the puppets have to go back and forth and all around and dance and sing and do all sorts of things for you folks, and it's just crazy. So, but this show has been a fan favorite of all of ours.
Puppy.
Puppy! Did you see anybody else up there?
I saw a kitty.
What? A kitty? Are you sure?
I'm sure I saw the ears.
Oh.
There. There's a snowman too.
There's a snowman also? Boy, you just never know who's going to appear on this puppet stage. Could be Tinkerbell. Could be
Tinkerbell.
one of the Disney princesses like Ariel or
Like Cinderella.
Cinderella. You know, if Cinderella was going to give her a gift for her birthday, what would she give Clara?
I don't know. My name's Claire.
Is your name Clara? Well, that is special then because you're going to see a show all about
It's
Clara.
just Claire.
Play her?
Not
Clara. Okay.
I
Clara.
saw something.
You did.
What was it?
The Muppet style, which she has, came much later. Sherry Lewis was the first to make the sock puppet really famous. Way before Jim Henson.
Well, I know
She's okay. It's fine. She's entertaining. Everybody's laughing and giggling. We're having a good time, right? So, all right. Can you find Captain Hook up here? Since I already mentioned Tinkerbell. He's got a black hat with a red feather and he's holding a sword. Yeah.
I've drawn Captain Hook.
Was he smiling or was he frowning?
He was smiling, but he had a ring on his hook.
Ooh,
That's
wow.
from Peter Pan too.
Aha. Well, I'm glad you know all about Peter Pan. So, how many other Disney princesses or princesses do you know? Okay, who's the one that swims in the ocean?
Moana.
Moana is a princess. She does swim in the ocean. She's got me there with a fishtail. Ooh. Moana is one of my favorite ones. I'm sorry, yes.
These are so he might this one might have been the fifth one made because he has a 5 on his tag. I saw something.
Oh wow,
From an
that's really
Oregon
cool.
puppet maker in the late 70s.
Uh-huh.
Selling it at Saturday Market.
Oh.
There's only 1,000 made.
Yeah.
So that's a rare one. You better make sure you take very special care of that one.
I could draw the puppet. I saw something. What's that? Is that Charlie? Oh yeah.
Do you guys do any ventriloquism? She's really interested in learning that, but I can't
I've had
find.
ventriloquism here, but I don't.
Yeah.
I don't teach it, and I don't.
If you know of anyone, let me know. We only found an online course.
Yeah, I don't. The 2 I know are retired now. So one was 80.
Oh my goodness.
and still performing here.
Oh my
And was
goodness.
really phenomenal. And the other one is a emergency crisis nurse in the daytime.
Oh gosh.
But he's hilarious.
Well, maybe he wants to give some lessons.
No, I join that kid.
Not in that kind of a schedule.
Got
He works 14-hour days.
But
But I do have a guest book. I do have an email list. We send emails out about once or every 2 weeks, which would inform you of what's happening when we do children's puppet building workshops or adult puppet building workshops, which are coming in March. We are going to take a huge break. We've done 30 workshops this year for people. Recycled, hand puppet, rod puppets, silk marionettes. And we are right at the end of a very, very busy season. So I'm so glad you folks are here. This is a brand new exhibit, by the way. You're some of the very first people to see it. So the skeleton up there is the most feared of all the Chinese demons. That is the bone demoness. She is very tricky and very good at changing her shape. This was a puppet show that was built by Peking in China and Portland. And it was the first one where both of the countries shared their puppeteers and shared the technology of Chinese hand puppets. Those went all over the world for 25 years. So I'm very lucky to have those. So she turns into an old lady and tries to trick him, but she didn't change her voice, and so he hears, "I want your staff!" So he's like, "Get a cough drop, Grandma." Then she turns into a troll and tries to bring an army of trolls, and he touches every of his monkeys with his magic staff, and it makes them fly and pick the trolls up and dump them in the ocean, so they all go to bath. So she couldn't defeat that way. Then she turns into a beautiful maiden, but when she goes to seduce him and hug him, she sneezes and throws him a mile in the sky. So he's very aware she is not any of those. And then she turns into a skeleton and chases him all around China. But he gets his monkey friends to hide the pieces and parts everywhere. So the famous bone demoness has been defeated, but she could return at any time if we collect every one of her bones, even a little pinky. So the one in the back, that is Sita, the Earth Mother's daughter from the epic story, the Ramayana, which is about Rama and Sita and all sorts of different characters. She's the Earth Mother's daughter, comes to Earth and does not know why her mother isn't embracing mankind at that point, and has to learn very valuable lessons about growing up, having children, getting involved in politics, having to save different countries from warring with each other. It's a hard life. So then she does understand when she's finally betrayed and her mother takes her back into Earth. But her husband is forgiven at the end, and he becomes a god with her. She is known all throughout Asia, the whole Asian continent, as the most loving mother, the most faithful wife, and the smartest woman. Because every trial she has to conquer, she does it by herself, without the help of her husband. So very cool. The Queen Elizabeth puppet in the back was built in the 80s by me, and that was for a Canadian television show that we were going to be doing. But it is there because we have a jester stick. Does anyone know what a jester stick is? It's like a head of the jester is on a stick. Well, that was so they could tell the king or queen any secret they wanted and not get thrown into jail or beheaded. They would throw the puppet in jail. I can imagine all these torture things in the 11th century, and then here's these line of puppets all just hanging out in the dungeon. We found out there are 22 female jesters in the Renaissance time period. They all were very wealthy. They all had an international spy ring. The University of San Francisco is doing tons of research on them right now, so I can't wait for a movie. We just don't, these women all made a difference in all of our lives, whether it's India or China or Indonesia, Japan, there's India in the back too, Egypt, and there are 22 stories of women in here. And so when we're not doing puppet shows, we give tours of all the stories of the different characters. So Women of the Ancient World will be up. When the show is over, we'll bring the puppets out for you to play with, okay? Because it's a mess back there, trust me. But they're all, everything, they're underneath us, they're behind us, they're up here in the towers. They're all underneath the snowbank. But everything has a perfect place to start with. By the time the show's over, they're all in crates. And it's a mess. So we'll bring them out and let you play with them, okay?
Well,
Mm-hmm.
I think I think they're for sale.
Those are for sale. So after the show is over and we've had time to play with the puppets, we'll move all the chairs over to this side and we'll bring the gift shop out, okay? So the marionettes are 20 and 15. I have t-shirts, I have books, I have puppet building workshop books. We've got Chinese, Japanese hand puppets. So all sorts of crazy things, okay? So then we'll break out the commercials. Disney does it all the time. You go on a ride, you go through the gift shop coming out. So this is a new one to our collection. He's almost 300 years old. This is Garuda, the sky god. And he is the messenger for Lord Krishna. So he is sort of like a taxi cab, a car, a motorcycle, and goes from heaven to earth, back and forth, and often appears in a bird-like area. So he's pretty cool, huh? I think we only have 2 people out. Yes?
Who's the very serious lady in the orange in the back?
Oh, this is, his name in Japanese means, wait a minute. He is a samurai warrior who is an egotistical, I am better than anyone on earth. He's in their kabuki plays, and the orange kimono with the thing is represents his ego. It's a box within a box within a box. And I got him from a family that came from Greece. And they said, we got this in Greece, in a theater in Greece, in Athens. And I'm like, doesn't look Greek to me, but maybe it's a folk art puppet. Then years later, I was going through my kabuki books and found him. And his name is Wait a Minute, because the emperor is being betrayed by some of his advisors, and they're starting to kill the nobles, and he rushes in at the very last minute to save the day. Wait a minute! And then he comes in and saves them. Hammy beyond. Just hammy character. So it's really, really fun. So I think we'll give it 2 more minutes, and then we're going to hug and start and take you guys on an adventure. Okay, find a leprechaun up here. There's 2 green ones, but one is holding a shamrock and a pot of gold. The other one's holding a beer stein. Could be a very happy leprechaun, right? Okay, you found a leprechaun. Okay, there are 3 cowboys. One has a big white hat, one has a brown hat, and one has a red hat riding a horse.
A brown hat?
Yep. He's got little guns even on the sides of him. The little white hat one and the brown hat one were made in Texas. My sister gave me those. I've been collecting nutcrackers since I was about 8 years old, living in Germany, and I have about 500 of them.
Oh my goodness.
I know, it's enough, stop. Neighbors, family, everybody just kept giving me them for Christmas, and it was really wonderful and beautiful, and I really like them. So this is 91 part of the collection, so it's very fun. I have them from all over the world. There's the Scottish Santa in the back. This one's from Norway, so it's really, really cool. Henry VIII is in the middle, which was my father's favorite nutcracker. So it's been really fun. A lot of these are from Germany, but some of them are from Eastern Europe as well. And then, of course, we have the China ones. But the German ones are about $300 a piece, where the Chinese ones are $30 a piece. Wow. So can you find Uncle Drosselmeyer? He's wearing a black suit. He has a big, tall black hat. He's got a little nutcracker in his hand. He's going to play an interesting role in this show.
With the eye patch.
Yep, you do. He's got the eye patch and everything.
Next to Nutcracker. Is the person, there's the sky person.
Uh-huh.
And is that why he's the sky person, so is that why he's up there?
Yep. And that's why he's looking down on us, which is really, really cool. So he's brand new to the exhibit. He was in parts and pieces, and we had to build him back together. But he's almost 300 years old. Yes?
Are some of these puppets really heavy?
Yes. Truly, they are really heavy. When you look at these ones right here, Medusa weighs 28 pounds. So she's about as heavy as one of these little girls in front. So the bigger the puppet is, the heavier it gets most of the time. And we just have to be very careful with those. Our Wizard of Oz puppets, which are 8 feet tall, weigh about 15 to 20 pounds. And the winged monkeys are this large and with big leather and feathered wings. And they're really fun to fly around. We have 41 films on YouTube right now. The YouTube will be growing next year as I get control of it again. I just lost my partner of 45 years. This is my first Christmas without him. And he was the website and the YouTube and all of the administration parts. So this has been a really crazy time for me. I also just lost my father in July and I lost my daughter in October. So I've had 3 deaths in less than 2 years. So this has been incredible, crazy. But the museum gives me a great deal of hope. I'm able to keep it open. And by donations, by live shows, things like that. We just got a $20,000 grant, which I'm so thrilled with. So thrilled. So next year we'll be offering all sorts of programs. So you can find us at publicmuseum.com. That's hard to forget, right? Or Portland Public Museum on YouTube. Okay, we're not going to wait any longer. This is ridiculous. So you guys ready to go on an adventure? All right. Anybody use the bathroom before we start? Nope. Well, we gotta make sure Uncle Drosselmeyer is awake. He sleeps all the time. Crazy guy. It's getting dark and theatrical in here. It must be a real puppet theater. So, are you ready to go? I'm all ready. Are you ready? Not yet. Hold on. Get my thumb in there. What? Stage is awful dark. What's going on in here? Ooh, oh, oh.